People don't own land. They hold rights to a piece of land and the resources found on it. Having the right to do something means being able to act in a way that is legitimate, recognized, and accepted by others. Land rights define who can do what, where, and when on the land. What is legitimate and recognized depends on the social space concerned and the social norms that govern it. Rights can therefore differ depending on whether they are based on local community or customary norms or statutory and legal norms. Diversity of local rights. Whoever has the right to cultivate a field controls it for at least the duration of the growing season. Access to fields that have been harvested varies. They may be open to all herds, or rights holders may control access and reserve the field for their own animals, or allow certain herders to let their livestock graze there. Not everyone has the right to make long-term investments in land, such as digging wells or planting trees. This right is usually reserved for the family that owns the plot. Other people may have other types of rights, such as the right to take fruit from trees in the field or post-harvest grazing rights. In some cases, access to these resources is open. In other cases, they can only be accessed with permission from the owner of the field. How can land rights be obtained? Rights can be allocated, inherited, or negotiated with other rights holders. If land is available, an authority may grant anyone the right to clear a piece of land. The person who has invested their labor in making a space cultivable obtains permanent rights over it. When someone inherits a plot of land, they actually inherit the rights that the bequeather held over it. Depending on the case, land may or may not be divided between heirs. A farmer can also negotiate the right to cultivate someone else's plot for a single season or several years. Arrangements vary according to the type of crop grown. They may be non-market transactions, such as a loan made free of charge or for a symbolic consideration, or used for an unlimited period of time, etc. Contracts may also be market transactions, in which case the consideration depends on the characteristics of the plot. Local rules sometimes allow people to buy all the seller's rights to the land, which means they obtain permanent rights over it. Other people's rights must be respected. If a conflict arises, authorities with the power to resolve the problem can be called in. But do local authorities still have the capacity to arbitrate conflicts? And if there are several sets of rules, which authority should be called upon?